Good morning, lovies. I miss you so much. This week, we're going to learn about Shavuot. Shavuot is a Jewish holiday that happens 7 weeks after Passover. Remember we had Passover? Well, we count 7 full weeks and then we have Shavuot, and that's what Shavuot means. Shavuot means weeks. On Shavuot, God gave the Torah to the Jewish people at Mount Sinai. A long time ago, God wanted to give the Jewish people the Torah, and he was trying to figure out where to give the Torah. All the mountains were arguing and saying, one mountain said, "I'm the biggest mountain. God is going to give the Torah on me." Another mountain said, "I'm the prettiest mountain. God is going to give the Torah on me." And all the mountains argued and said why God should give the Torah on them. But there was a little mountain called Mount Sinai. And Mount Sinai didn't say anything. Mount Sinai said, "Well, I'm not pretty. I'm not big. I'm not strong. I'm not tall. I don't think God is going to give the Torah on me." And God said, "I like Mount Sinai." And that's the mountain God chose to give the Torah. So God made Mount Sinai very pretty with flowers. And God gave the Torah on Mount Sinai. So Morah Lora is going to show you. Look, I have a bowl. See, a paper bowl? You can take a bowl, turn it upside down, take a green tissue paper, cover it, because remember, God made Mount Sinai pretty. You can cover it, and look, you have a little Mount Sinai. Then you can put pictures of flowers on it. Or you can take a piece of brown paper and decorate it with little tissue paper and make a beautiful Mount Sinai. Here's another. You can take, see, God gave the Torah on Mount Sinai. So Morah Lora made brown paper, and look, I start putting pictures of flowers. You can cut pictures of flowers from magazines, or you can take pieces of tissue paper and glue them, scrimple it, and put them like flowers. And you see, you have a Mount Sinai. Or like this, because remember, God made Mount Sinai very pretty with grass and flowers, right? And then God gave the Torah on Mount Sinai. Little Torah, let me hold you tight, so tight. Tell me all your pretty stories. Teach me what is right, so right. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Hashem. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Hashem. Torah, Torah, Torateinu, Torah, Tziva lanu Hashem. Torah, Torah, Torateinu, Torah, Tziva lanu Hashem. I'm going to read you a story called The Littlest Mountain. Long ago, God called all the mountains together. "My friends," God said, "since time began, you have watched over the world with me. Some people have been kind and generous with one another, while others have been hateful and cruel. My people cannot seem to live together." The mountains agreed, but what did God want from them? "People have always looked up to the heavens," God said. "So I will speak to them from a mountaintop. I will give them laws to follow so that the world will finally know peace. See, in the Torah, there's lots of laws that God teaches us how to act, how to behave, what to do, what not to do, what is good to do, what is not good to do. There are many laws. Like we need to stop at the traffic light. We should not take things from each other without asking first. Many, many rules. Very good rules. And people have been following the rules because it's very important to have rules, right? If we didn't have rules, guess what? People wouldn't act very nicely. And that's not nice, right? The mountains cheered at God's honor. They joined in a great circle and danced. Then God asked quietly, which mountain should I give my laws on? Instantly, the dance ended, and all the mountains broke apart, pushing and shoving. They took turn this way and that, trying to impress God. Of course, God will choose me, bragged the beautiful mountain. My seaside slopes are lush and green. The other mountains mumbled in protest, except for little Mount Sinai. Its slopes were far too rocky for anyone to want to climb. See, Mount Sinai did not say anything. He was quiet. And do you think God liked it? No, God will choose me, said another mountain. I am brave and strong. People marvel at my rushing streams. The other mountains grumbled with jealousy, but little Mount Sinai was very quiet. You see how people are standing at Mount Sinai and God is giving the laws. It's Torah and rules. Then another mountain said, God will choose me. I kept my head high above the water during the great flood. I am the mountain that God will choose. The other mountains grumbled in jealousy, but little Mount Sinai was quiet. See how all the mountains kept saying, God is going to choose me, but little Mount Sinai was very quiet. God thought and thought, and he said, I think I'm going to choose Mount Sinai. So God put beautiful flowers on Mount Sinai. The people stood by Mount Sinai when God spoke. See how people are standing around Mount Sinai? And God's voice is coming. And God is telling the Jewish people about his laws and rules. And these are very important rules. The Jewish people love the Torah. They love, that's their favorite book is the Torah. And we keep very good and important laws. And one of the most important laws is to be kind to everyone around you. To greet everyone with a smile like this. Not, hi. No, with a smile, nicely. To be kind to everyone. To be respectful. To listen to your mommies and daddies. Very important rule in the Torah is to listen to your mommies and daddies. Because our mommies and daddies are what? Queens and kings. Very good. We are doing the letter T for Torah. Torah. See all the rules? These are the rules in the Torah, the 10 Commandments. That's what God gave at Mount Sinai on Shavuot, 7 weeks after Passover. And that's why it's called Shavuot, because it means weeks in Hebrew. So we're going to do the letter T. T for Torah. So everyone needs a purple. And you need to find the letter T. Is this the letter T? Good job. Color it. Is this the letter T? What letter is it? Good job. S. Is this the letter T? Good job. Should I color it? Very good. What letter is this, guys? F. Should I color it? No. Good job. The next paper. Remember, God made beautiful flowers on Mount Sinai. He made the mountain very pretty. So you need to find flowers that look the same. This flower pot looks like this flower pot? Does this flower pot look like this flower pot? Does this flower pot look like this flower pot? Look, this one and this one, right? They look the same. So you need to make a line. So you need to find the flowers that look the same because God made Mount Sinai very pretty. Does this flower and this flower look the same? Should we make a line? How about this one and this one? Good job. How about this one and this one? Good job. So you need to match two that look exactly the same. Good job. Let's sing. Little Torah, let me hold you tight, so tight. Tell me all your pretty stories, teach me what is right, so right. Also, at Mount Sinai, when the Jewish people were waiting, it says that they wore white, the color white, because they were pure and sweet and like angels and innocent like angels. So that's why it's customary to wear white on Shavuot, decorate your house with lots of flowers, eat lots of cheese, cheesecake, ice cream, macaroni and cheese. It's customary to eat dairy products, not meat products, but dairy products. You can eat meat products if you want, but it's customary on Shavuot to eat dairy products because they just got the Torah and they were not sure how to keep kosher yet. So that's why they ate dairy products like cheesecake and macaroni and cheese and ice cream, okay? And bagel and cream cheese or toast and cream cheese or French toast. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. You can either say Moshe or Hashem. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Hashem. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Hashem. Also, Moshe, the leader of the Jewish people, had to go up to Mount Sinai while the Jewish people stood by Mount Sinai over here. The Jewish people stood on the bottom of Mount Sinai, around Mount Sinai. But Moshe, the leader of the Jewish people, went up to Mount Sinai to get the 10 Commandments. And he was there, believe it or not, 40 days. So 40 days, the number 40 is the same as the word for milk in Hebrew, chalav, milk. And that's why the Jewish people also eat dairy products, because they say, well, Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days to get the 10 Commandments and the Torah. The 10 Commandments include the whole Torah. So I hope you make beautiful Mount Sinai and decorated with lots of beautiful flowers. Or you can do, remember, this with tissue paper, Mount Sinai. That's where God gave the Torah to the Jewish people. And remember, you be good listeners for mommies and daddies. That is a very, very important rule in the Torah. Very, very important rule in the Torah. To be kind to your mommies and daddies and listen to them. Because remember, your mommies and daddies are like what? Queens and kings. And be kind to everyone around you. I love you. I want you to give yourself a hug and a kiss. And remember, it's from Morah. I love you.